Burn Line Podcast. The burn line on a well-crafted cigar is straight and sharp as a razor, much like our wit and wisdom. And what is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, over the age of 21, you are listening to Burn Line Podcast, coming to you not live from the hot box, the smoky back room where deals are struck and fortunes are made, adjacent to the Phoenix room, nestled amongst the complex of rooms that comprise Tobacco on Main Street, Westminster, Maryland, USA. Tom Cannon, proprietor. Say hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom. All right. We're smoking something cool. This is the newest My Father. So, that is My Father Blue. Now, sometimes you'll hear this called the My Father Blue Honduras. And there's a reason for that. This is the very first Honduran puro from My Father. Mm-hmm. But that's not the name. It's just the blue.
It's just the blue.
But it is Honduran. So, that's what we are smoking today. Also, during socials and surprises, I got a pretty cool stick to show you guys. And you got a nice little room lighter to show off.
But this is what it looks like in the cellar. It actually looks good. The cellar doesn't take away from it.
The cellar doesn't take away from it. Yeah, let's do a side-by-side right there. Bam! That's pretty good.
I like the factory tag on the back, the UPC, and then...
Yeah, it tells exactly what it is.
So, 5 1/4 by 52 Robusto.
And we're also going to talk about Honduran tobacco and kind of history of it. So, pretty cool episode for everybody. We've hit up pretty much most of the tobacco producing countries, but we haven't done Honduras yet.
Yeah. Which there's going to be another one added to the list here soon anyway.
Yeah, we'll do I don't know, Honduran Part 1. Mm-hmm. Right? There, you can do more than one episode.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what we are smoking today. So, in order to enjoy this, we have to smoke it. To smoke it, we have to light it. To light it, we have to cut it. Mm-hmm. And before we cut it, we like to admire it. So, this, what I like about this wrapper leaf, which this is a Colorado in color. Mm-hmm. What I like about it is that it is so obviously a natural aged tobacco leaf.
Yeah, dye.
Yes, unnecessary. We mentioned that the other week.
Then it needs to stop being a thing. Just stop dyeing it.
Well, in the old days, the luxury thing was like a sleek, smooth, one-color wrapper. Fake luxury, I call it. Mm-hmm. The in thing today is just different. It's no, I want the authentic experience. Mm-hmm. All natural, straight from the farm, kind of thing. Presentation is knock your socks off. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, the blue is a tribute to Honduran flag.
Right.
It's not actually Honduran flag colors, but it's close.
It's mostly blue. It's blue and white, but it's blue.
This is a different color blue.
Yeah.
The box, I don't have one here, but I'll throw it on the screen for folks. It's beautiful. And, I think My Father just nails presentation. Yeah. I think their graphic design and presentation is among the best in the world, I think.
Don't forget to remove your...
the foot ribbon.
Synthetic foot ribbon that will melt.
Do not light that on fire.
Stink.
Not what you're looking for.
And ruin your cigar.
All right. That's enough. Let's go ahead and get these cut and lit.
By the way, real quick, does that look like a repair to you? You see that?
No. No, it doesn't look like a repair. It just looks like the vein coming out of the side of where they cut it with the pancetta.
I was going to say you can't see the... Well, yeah.
No, it's just the leaf is there's fruit pectin there, but it's not a repair. All right, I'm cutting with my Perdomo close-ended double guillotine. You've got a...
Craftsman's bench.
Open-ended double guillotine.
Yep.
Very nice. The official cutting brought to you by Lord Baltimore Distributors. The official cutting is brought to you by Lord Baltimore Distributors. Featuring proprietary blends available nowhere else, Lord Baltimore Distributors are meticulously crafted boutique cigars made in small batches for every palate. Lord Baltimore Distributors, when only the best will do. And as always, we remind you to clip that cigar with authority. No limp-wristed cutting allowed on Fernline Podcast. And go ahead and we're just tapping out the head where we clipped it.
Yeah.
Dude, you fucking popped your wrapper, bro.
I know, because of the blade. It was a little dull.
Well, let's see if it works for you.
We're okay. Remember, that was the tip of the week. Glue it with your saliva.
Yeah? Well, let's see if it works.
We'll be fine.
All right, and I've noticed these bands are on awfully loose, which I love. And I'm going to do a band test right now. Oh, look. Perfect. Like most of my father's, it's just a little touch of that vegetable gelatin. We say fruit pectin on the show a lot, which, you know, it's usually not actually.
It's vegetable.
It's like vegetable gelatin, but it's the same fucking
called.
thing. Anyway, came from a squash. That's not technically a fruit. All right, let's get these lit up. I'll be lighting up with my ST DuPont Flat Flame Dual Flame Johnny Midas lighter, and you've got something special.
Yeah.
Show everybody what you got.
So it's kind of a table lighter, but it is a Macanudo 3-jet lighter, and it's got a cigar stand.
Cigar rest on top.
Don't have it on while you rest your cigar.
Also, you got to wear those like 1990s Jinko jeans with like the giant saddlebag pockets or something, or it can be a table lighter.
Yes,
but it's not going to fit in these modern skinny jeans.
No,
pockets.
this is but it's hefty. It's a paperweight, you know.
That's like a prop from like Clue.
Oh,
that board game.
Yeah, mind the bloodstain. Don't worry about that.
Colonel Purple did it with the Macanudo table lighter in the lounge or whatever. And you can get that here at Tobacco on Main Street?
Yes, this is available here at Tom's for $75.
All right.
Out of print, I believe, as well, correct?
That's my shtick.
Yeah. So, by the way, you can find a lot of rare out-of-print collectibles here.
Yes, that is
Tobacco
true.
on Main Street,
If you're looking for that special thing for yourself or gift for another person, this is the place to be. So, all right, let's go ahead and get these lit. The official lighting brought to you by 2C Premium Coffee. The official lighting is brought to you by 2C Premium Coffee. Keep your day fueled with delicious coffee from 2C Premium Coffee. Featuring select beans from Bali, Kenya, Ethiopia, and around the world, 2C Premium utilizes continual roasting, so you are always getting a truly fresh cup of premium coffee. 2C Premium Coffee, morning made us. And as always, we remind you, toasted, not roasted.
Oops.
Treat that cigar with the love and respect it deserves, and it will return the flavor. Ooh, I roasted mine a little bit there.
Oh, no. There we go. Am I out of fuel already? I'm probably out of fuel. Yeah.
5 hours later.
All right. Wow. So,
ooh, man, right off the
awesome
rip.
Notes, right? Awesome.
Right
notes
off the rip. Holy
the
shit.
Very first puff. So, what is the My Father Blue besides pretty fucking delicious?
It doesn't have you feeling blue, I can tell you that.
Okay, so this Vitola is the Robusto box press. I don't know if you would call this a soft box press. It's not a hard one, but it's not as soft as like a Perdomo.
Yeah.
But soft box press, 5 1/4 by 52. The MSRP is $9.50. Most folks are paying tax on top of that. And this is advertised as my father's first Honduran cigar. Now, let me tell you about the wrapper. It is a Connecticut Broadleaf Rosado. Not a Connecticut shade. Connecticut Broadleaf. And it is ambiguous. My father never actually claims that this is Honduran wrapper. And actually, I have some inside information that it's not. And I'm not going to repeat that because I can't validate it. Can't verify it.
Correct.
The binder, however, is Honduras, and the filler is Honduras, and both of those tobaccos are from Finca la Opulencia, which, of course, is my father's farm in Honduras. And this is rolled at their brand new state-of-the-art factory in Honduras, which, by the way, opened in 2024.
I was going to say, it's only like a year and a half, 2 years old.
So it is new.
Yes.
And
By the way, it feels like I'm smoking an espresso. Like a coffee.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Right off the bat.
Why don't you just go ahead with your tasting notes?
All right. So I'm getting like a more vanilla-ish cocoa.
Yep. Okay.
There's another nut in there. It's not a walnut either.
But it's nutty.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was hazelnuts, but
possibly, yeah, around that kind of nut.
not like that fake hazelnut flavoring that you get at fucking Starbucks, but an actual
yeah
roasted hazelnut without the peel. You know how hazelnuts have that? Yeah.
Yes, there's a difference.
Just the white part.
Man, that smells really good. Even the second hand is fucking good.
It is. So, all right. So here's what I've got. So there's a little earth there, and it's like this rich brown loam. There's cedar, a little cocoa. There's sweet hay. I don't know if you taste that.
I think so. Is it like in the mid, like
Yes, middle top of the
yeah.
And then there's this floral spice that's verging towards cinnamon.
Okay.
It's not spice like pepper or cayenne or something.
But it's on that spectrum.
It's a floral, spicy, verging towards cinnamon, like on the sweet side. Here's what's interesting to me is I'm not a huge fan of Honduran tobacco, and I was interested in this cigar because, you know, my father has very high standards. And I wanted to see what they would blend and age and all of that. So far, a really interesting cigar. The pre-show smoke, I pegged the final strength at 5.5, and I would say that's about where I'm at right now.
I want to say I'm at a mellow 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Flavor, mid-complex.
Okay.
It doesn't really change flavors, but there's a lot of stuff dancing in and out.
Right.
Really enjoyable to pay attention to. With a mid-body, so tell me if you disagree, but, you know, on the show, we used to talk about body when we started out, and then we're like, body means nothing. People are just repeating what the factory said. So we switched over to strength and flavor, because that comprises body for most people. And then Michael Herklotz actually had a pretty good post online where he said, no, body is really the shape and feel of the smoke in your mouth. That's the body. And so now we have strength, flavor, and body. And
yeah. And then we used to use smooth a lot, but we kind of stopped saying that too.
Yeah, body is like light-bodied. Is like you can't really chew the smoke or feel it in your mouth. Mid is just mid, and then full body is like the smoke has texture. You can move it around your mouth, stuff like that. And this is kind of a mid.
Yeah.
And we'll see how these develop.
By the way, your ash can say a little bit about your cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing as how white this ash is means a lot of the impurities were aged out, which is fucking great. Which kind of explains okay, let's see how we say this. The no acridity.
The no acridity.
And the no acridity to the cigar.
You'll also notice the burn line is not razor sharp on either one. That is a classic feature of broadleaf. Right? Broadleaf has much thicker thick parts and thinner thin parts than like a criollo leaf, for example. And so it doesn't burn as evenly as some of these finer leaves or a camarón. But it's burning evenly in its own way. It's just not going to be a straight line.
By the way, the cigar body is fucking gorgeous as shit.
It is, yeah. It really is. I can tell that even with my sunglasses on indoors. I wear these for your safety.
For my safety.
As a matter of fact, that's where I wear these dark glasses to keep the blaze of my gaze from blasting the masses. All right. So the My Father Blue, great experience right off the bat. Why don't we go ahead and do socials and surprises, and then we'll go to break. Come back and do a tobacconist tip.
Oh, yeah.
All right, socials and surprises. You are our marketing plan. If you think we add value to the cigar, industry. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, comment, everything you can do to interact with our content. Follow us on Instagram, at Burnline Podcast, Facebook. It really helps us because, the algorithms are stacked against us. So,
yeah.
go ahead and do everything you can to help us out. And you can also reach out to us, burnlinepodcast@gmail.com, or go to the link at the bottom of the show notes where you see our link tree and click Contact Us. And you can get a hold of us that way. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see on the show, what you'd like to smoke, and we will make this your show. And I have got a surprise for you guys today. By Arturo Fuente Opus X. One in the packaging, one with the packaging removed, that I can show you guys. Look at that guy.
Oh.
That is a stick.
That is a serious stick. It almost looks like a cañones, too.
It is. It's like probably the same mold. Fuente Opus X. Ginormo in its individual coffin box. And this one's a little special because one of these is going in my humidor and one is going to my dad.
Nice.
In Louisiana. And we're going to pick a day to FaceTime and smoke them together. So,
dig that.
There you go, everybody. That's your special surprise for today. And if you were wondering, I picked these up for $57 each. So
it's not terrible.
Expensive cigar, but I mean, yeah.
For what they are, honestly, that's a deal. I would expect that to be.
It's either worth it to you or not.
Right. I honestly expect that to be an $80 secondhand.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure once they sell out, they'll double in price on the secondhand market, in a month.
Yeah.
Or so.
Easily 80 to 100.
So that's it. Couple more followers on the interwebs. Thanks for that. And no emails worth sharing. So why don't we go ahead and take our first break. And when we come back, we will do our tobacconist tip of the week. Mm-hmm. Don't go away.
And now your tobacconist tip of the week with Angel Solorio.
Alright, tobacconist tip of the week. This one's a little different. Not directly cigar, as in doing something like this related. But something I advise is try to go to your local brick and mortar events. Because two things you're doing. You're supporting your brick and mortar. And two, you might come across something that you cannot buy. Mm-hmm. So it's always good. And then you get freebies to begin with. And then sometimes you build a rapport with the rep.
Yeah.
For the longest time, me and my wife had a pretty good friendship with Allie before she retired from being a Drew Estate rep. Did you ever meet Allie?
Tons of times.
Yeah. How awesome was she?
Beyond.
Yeah. So she got married and did her thing, but she was cool to have. It was cool to have a relationship, with those reps, and it not only does it benefit you personally, but like I said, it benefits the brick and mortar. Because it just makes the reps like, all right, I like going there, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that tobacconist tip. So, we of course, we're partnering with Tobacco on Main Street here for a reason. We like the local brick and mortars. We always tell you support those because, for me, the lounge is a giant chunk of the cigar experience. Mm-hmm. Right? That's why I started smoking cigars and why I still do. Sure, I'll smoke them on my back porch. I got my little thing set up, my little man cave or whatever. But it's the fellowship and meeting new people and whatever. And those don't stay open unless you go buy cigars there, right? Spend some money there. And then, like you said with the events, yes, reps give away stuff you can't get. You can't purchase. They're only available at the
Absolutely.
Events. And then, meeting people, fellowship, all of that good stuff. And then we've got some kind of special events here. And I posted one on Insta earlier today, or I posted it to the story from Tom's, but So there's actually a couple of tickets left for the steak dinner at O'Lorden's this week. By the time this airs, it will be past.
Yep.
Glenn Case is going to be there.
Yeah.
And Christoph Cigars. So,
Which is really cool.
Which is really cool, and I want to ask him about that, the Nicaragua. He put his signature on that one. And
dude,
that's
that was
the
a
one
great
he should have. Well, it's a great smoke,
man.
dude. That is a great smoke. So that's an example of a steak dinner with cigars. Come on, dude. Like at a restaurant. And then you got Glenn Case that you can't beat that. You can't do it on your own.
Yeah, and look at the relationship we formed with Francisco.
Oh yeah. And of course he was on the podcast with me and Nick. Really appreciate him taking his time out to do that. And so great tip. We are smoking the My Father Blue Robusto. This is a soft box press, 5 1/4 by 52, and just about getting ready to hit the second third. What's going on there with your cigar, Angel?
All right, I'm starting to get that sweet hay a little bit more. A hair of vegetal, very very small hint. Definitely that cedar component picked up a little bit more for me. But everything else is still the same. But man, it's still a delicious fucking smoke.
There's this a really interesting sweet flavor. I'm just calling it sweet grass or sweet hay.
That's what I don't know. I can't put my finger on it either. I can't taste the cinnamon though. I know there's something there, but I can't tell.
Well, it's not cinnamon, but it's not. It's floral.
It's in that body. It's in that
floral,
body. Yeah.
But it's spice, but it's not spicy. But it's verging towards cinnamon, which is like sort of a sweet spicy.
Right.
But it's not spicy yet. That's one thing this cigar doesn't really have is spicy. Just a dusting of white pepper, like on the retrohale, or after you release the smoke, it's on your palate a little bit. But to me, the sweet is what's really interesting because it's like a grassy sweetness. It's very enjoyable. It's not this fake sweet cap bullshit. This is just the taste of the tobacco.
Yeah.
There's a little note of cocoa in there for me now.
Yeah. Let me look this one thing up real quick. I have a feeling it's this flavor. But yeah, man, it's fucking good.
This is a really good cigar. I would also note, at $9.50 MSRP for the Robusto, this is priced to sell. This is not like My Father is a high-end cigar.
This is what it reminds me of.
The Guajillo?
Yeah, because it's sweet, not spicy.
I don't recall having those, at least by that name.
No.
Oh, it's a Mirasol. That I know. I know what Mirasol chilies are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little less spicy than that.
Yeah.
But it's like the same flavor.
Like the juice and the body of that are like sweet.
I think that this cigar would be a great breakfast cigar.
Yeah, I agree.
Cafe au lait.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's not heavy.
Right.
It won't kick you on your ass on an empty stomach. So far, I don't feel it.
No.
I don't. No. It didn't sneak up on you. No spoilers.
No, it didn't. On the first one that I smoked, it didn't. It didn't come in late with like a ha nicotine surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. Like. Definitely a breakfast cigar with a coffee on an empty stomach. It would be okay. Won't kick your ass.
I think a coffee with milk. There's a little milk in it.
Little leche, yeah.
Cafe con leche.
Yeah, I'll just grab my coffee, walk to grab Bessie and put a little...
little country living there, son. All right, let's talk about the history of Honduran tobacco. So there's so much to get into with these tobacco regions. And I'm just going to start today. We're just going to kind of talk about the history of Honduran tobacco. So there's really only two periods in Honduran tobacco production. That's pre-1960s and post-1960s. Why? So there was the diaspora out of Cuba with the revolution.
Yeah.
So, before the 1960s, Honduras produced its own cigars going all the way back to like the Spanish and the, what was it, Portugal? That was the other one. The Portuguese.
Portuguese, man. They went through South America. Like South
Yes.
America.
And, they stop by this country, and they're already making cigars, and it was a little, it's interesting.
Which a lot of Mesoamerica was already, like, most of that, just everything south of that was already making cigars.
It was interesting because the different regions have different practices around cigars, and in a lot of countries, like only the royalty smoked cigars. Like they were reserved for kings. They were buried with Aztec kings and stuff. According to the explorers in Honduras and Nicaragua, cigars were actually primarily smoked by commoners. They were primarily sort of cigarillos. It was just a single leaf rolled up. And it was much more of a blue collar thing.
Yeah.
That was true all the way up until like the early 2000s. You could go to Nicaragua and it was, you go to the city, nobody smokes cigars. It's not cool. That's what the rednecks do, and that sort of changed now, But the indigenous varietals of tobacco were pretty good. The Copaneco was like the prized Honduran tobacco. Like that was the breed, right? The special one. However, two things were always true about Honduran cigars. The first is the cigars themselves weren't that well made. Right? They were kind of just roll the tobacco up into a tube.
Right.
And a lot of people, that sort of aren't into the nerdy side of cigars, don't know how many different things the Cubans came up with.
Right.
Like this idea of wrapper, binder, filler, and entuba construction.
This cigar, not this cigar, but like this style cigar, is relatively new.
It's relatively
like
new.
what, 50 years maybe in the making?
Well, let's see. It's 2025, about 75 years.
Yeah. So
about 75.
So it's relatively new. This way that they've cultivated the cigar tobacco.
So, and then the tobacco itself wasn't the highest quality, but that's because it was just like
they were just growing it.
They were just growing it. Yeah.
It was literally it was weeds.
Yeah, it was weeds. It was weed. They were smoking weed. The growing it under shade and all of the technical stuff, like that's what the Cubans brought to the cigar making industry much later. And so the tobacco wasn't as good as modern tobacco,
right?
And the cigars weren't as good as modern cigars, but they had a long history of it. And just a brief note, right? So we'll go into geography in a different episode because there's just so much to cover. But you have Nicaragua here, you have Honduras here, you have Guatemala and El Salvador. I think Guatemala, or is it the other way around?
Guatemala's on top.
Yeah, El Salvador's here and Guatemala's there. And that's that little spit of land that connects North and South America.
Yep.
Right. So that's where Honduras is. It does have two coasts. It has an east coast and a west coast, although its west coast is really a south coast because of the way it's shaped. And so for all you guys out there, I just want you to imagine the Superman symbol. That's roughly the shape of Honduras. And that little point at the bottom is like a estuary that's connected to the Pacific Ocean. And then the entire top of the Superman symbol is the Atlantic coast.
Yeah. The Gulf. It'll take you to the Gulf.
It's the Gulf,
coast. Yeah.
So if you're looking at this Superman symbol that Honduras is made out of, there's like this diagonal strip going through it. Half of that, the southeast strip, is where the tobacco is grown. And you only have really three regions. The Talanga Valley, which is kind of central, like dead center Honduras. And then the Yamastran Valley, which is southeast of that. And then El Paraiso, which is close by. That's sort of how it's laid out, right? And actually, I told you, Anna said it's Hamastron. Yeah, so she's from Honduras, and there's a lot of words in Honduras, especially that are native.
I'm noticing that right now.
Yeah.
The capital, even I'm having trouble trying to figure out how to pronounce that.
Tegucigalpa. Tegucigalpa?
The thing I can think of is Teguchi. Tegucigalpa.
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 Yeah, there is a lot in Honduras. It's still, because, they were all natives, and then the Spanish came in, and but they were never really conquered the way like Mexico was and stuff, because one, the terrain sucks. Two, they didn't have rubber plantations and jade and gold mines and stuff.
Yeah, and not to shit talk like the Hondurans, but those natives had like rougher terrain, so they didn't really have like valuable resources at the time for those conquistadors and
correct, yeah.
So,
rougher terrain, not a lot of gold and jade mines and rubber plantations, not as much civilization. Like,
right. It was dense.
The Mayans had roads. You could literally march from city to city, conquering on their own roads. So it was kind of just pass through territory a lot. Ended up being, which good. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Slid in under the radar.
Yeah. Everybody else is getting slaughtered. And
so then you had the 1960s, right? So Cuban Revolution, all of this immigration.
Right.
By the way, do you know the difference between emigration and immigration?
Yeah.
Okay, so you emigrate out of and immigrate into. So they emigrated from Cuba. And
those words are used so terribly today. Like literally today.
Yeah. If it starts with an E, you can think exit. You emigrate out of. You immigrate into. So E, exit, I, in. Anyway, quite a few Cuban cigar makers found refuge in Honduras. And the Jamastran Valley became a hub for tobacco cultivation.
Yeah.
So they imported primarily two types of seeds. They smuggled seeds from Cuba. That was a big thing, right?
Oh, yeah. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah. Like everywhere. And guess where they got their other seeds?
Oh, you're asking?
Yeah. Yeah, guess.
Just everywhere else.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Because you can actually get Connecticut seeds legally, right?
Yeah.
To finish your planting. And then, of course, there was the local tobacco. But, a lot of the Cubans, they didn't want to use the local tobacco because it was inferior. And what happened in Cuba in, 30s, 40s, 50s, they developed this artistry around cigars.
Right.
With the special wrapper leaf for the flavor, the binder to keep all the filler together, how to bunch the fillers so it burn evenly, all of this stuff, these machines for rolling cigars.
Yeah. They were literally cultivating tobacco for cigars.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. And they were hybridizing before genetic hybridization. You have generations, and you can harvest 2 crops a year in Cuba, so like a lot of equatorial places. And so you got to experiment twice a year, right? And so, you have 20 years going into these plants, and then you show up here and you just have wild tobacco. It's like, you find a wild apple tree. How long does it take before those apples are good?
Yeah.
Years.
Yep.
Years and years and years. So similar thing. And so they wanted to import seeds of plants that were already hybridized.
Yeah.
And just grow them there.
That's what your Cuban seed is.
Yep. Honduras does have really good climate and soil, right? And so, basically, Honduras has got farms and factories and companies, it's Honduran tobacco is known for, being full-bodied but not spicy like Nicaraguan, especially Esteli tobacco is. And complex flavors, and we're kind of seeing that in this, right? Like the flavors we're getting are really complex.
Yeah.
So
I think 10 years ago, we wouldn't be talking about this about Honduran tobacco. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, even today, it's some of the most affordable.
Yep.
It's just not in demand the way other countries'
Yeah.
tobacco is, right?
Yet.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Look
like,
at Ecuadorian tobacco just out of left field. We're like, hey, we're here, motherfucker.
well, I mean, just because of the climate, unless they overfarm and don't replenish the soil,
Right.
Ecuadorian wrappers are going to rule the roost for.
Yeah, which I don't think they have any
decades.
issues with rotating.
Well, thankfully, all the farms are owned by two well-heeled, intelligent cigar companies, right? I don't think they'll let it happen, unlike the central planters in Cuba.
Yeah. Another episode.
Another episode. But, Mexican tobacco, suddenly it's expensive. Fucking Pennsylvania tobacco, it's expensive.
Dude, and but like, another episode for that, the turnaround for the use of Pennsylvania tobacco, too. Because this cigar, Pennsylvania Broadleaf, was not Pennsylvania Broadleaf 10 years ago. That was cigarette tobacco. And those Amish were clairvoyant. We were like, nope, turn it around.
Yeah, so, I mean, who knows, especially if things keep going the way they're going. You might see more and more tobacco sourced from Honduras. And second band test went great.
Yes, it did.
I can't remember having a My Father where they put the band on wrong.
Yeah.
I love how they do their bands. They just use the same vegetable gelatin, fruit pectin, whatever you want to call it, that they use on the wrapper.
Yep.
It's the same product.
It'd be cool for cigar manufacturing to come back to York and Lancaster County.
Yeah, it would if you can get through the red tape.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Who do you think the biggest player is in Honduras? Don't answer right away because we need to give the audience a chance to think through. Who do you think the biggest player in Honduras is?
Doesn't AJ have a massive...
It's not AJ.
Fuck, I just talked about this 2 weeks ago, too.
It's not them either. Tom? Who do you think the biggest player is?
Rocky Patel.
Rocky Patel is a big player in Honduras, but
Really?
not the biggest.
No.
Nobody's going to guess because they don't do anything there except tobacco. It's actually the Plasencias.
That's right.
The
Yeah, 'cause they don't
Plasencia
even roll
family
it there.
has
Yeah.
a ton of tobacco farms in Honduras.
They don't roll there.
They don't.
That's right.
They don't have
That's,
any.
that's what was
factory.
fucking me up, yeah.
Well, my father does now. So there you go. And who's the other? We just smoked one of their cigars.
Vargas.
No, stop it.
So yes, AJ has a footprint there.
There's
Who's
somebody-
the other one I'm thinking of?
EP Carrillo, I think so.
Does Carrillo have a footprint in Honduras?
Probably.
I think a small
Oh
one.
God, I'm gonna. have
There's
to
my father AJ. That family gets extensive with
Yeah.
the in-laws.
Yeah, yeah. Plasencias actually have a large
That's what I
control.
thought. Alec Bradley.
Yeah, Alec Bradley.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest ones. Yep.
So, Honduran tobacco, what's it known for? Smooth, earthy, light pepper, like white pepper, notes of nuts, grass, cream, cocoa, cedar, and guess what? We're kind of tasting all of those in this. So, that's a little bit about like the history of Honduran tobacco, and there's a lot more about this country.
So much.
So we'll do more episodes in the future, but you guys can only hang out with us for so long. So let's talk a little bit about this. We are smoking the brand new My Father Blue. This is the
Fantastic
Robusto.
smoke.
A decent chunk of tobacco. It's a 5 1/4 by 52. Perfect grain gauge. 48 to 52 is my wheelhouse, and not too much tobacco. Love the Vitola, and the MSRP is $9.50. So even though My Father is a premium cigar brand,
Yeah.
man, they're pricing this to sell. This
Yeah, I
will
could
move.
easily jump into this as a daily.
Yes, this is priced to daily. Man, I haven't smoked as much because I've been talking more, but you're decently well into your second, third. Tell me about the cigar. First of all, let's start with strength. Are you still at a 5?
5.5.
5.5?
Yeah. Picked up a little bit. Definitely not like a punch you in the face either,
Mhm.
like you said. I don't think it's going to get stronger than that. A little spicier component picked up. Not like crazy spicy, but just a spice.
Yep. Yeah, and what is that? Tiki masala. It reminds me of that. You know, that kind of spicy?
Yeah, that Indian stuff.
Yeah. Really
Indian with a
interesting.
dot, not the feather.
Yeah, Indian with a dot, not a but that's what I mean about vegetable spice.
Okay.
You know, because like Indian spicy food is like tastes like fucking vegetables. You know,
And
like,
it's very buttery too.
yeah. Good flavor note there.
A little earthy component picked up a little bit more.
Earth picked up a little bit. The cedar's still a nice carrier note. This is not like that strong fucking wrapped in a cedar sleeve flavor that you get right off the puff on some
Such
cigars.
an easy smoke.
Oh man. Yeah, we can't use the smooth word, can we?
No, I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm not
it's
using
easy.
that anyway.
No,
But,
I'm saying
but I would
easy
use it on this
smoke.
one.
Yeah.
I would use it on this. This is a smooth cigar.
Like I said, empty stomach, perfectly fine.
Yes, I think you could. And it's how do I describe it? It's punchy enough that if you're a mature cigar smoker, you can tell you're smoking a cigar. Right? This is not a light cigar, but man, the flavors
Definitely
all
medium,
work together.
medium smoke body.
Yes, yeah. That's what I had for my last one.
Like I puff it, and you got a mouthful of smoke.
Yeah, it's not light, but it's also not full body. Like
Right.
you can't chew the smoke or move it, feel it moving around your palate and stuff. Just a very. Now this is a cool cat cigar. You know, I think they got a winner, man.
Yeah, they definitely did.
I think they're gonna sell the fuck out of these. The only thing I'd be concerned about if I were my father is like, so many people associate my father with the judge, and that is a fucking heavy, strong, stick. This is not.
No,
This is much more in my wheelhouse. Light, floral, aromatic.
I like it.
You know,
It's very Cuban-esque.
it is. It is. Well, it's actually. I'll be honest with you. It's Honduran-esque.
Yeah, Honduran.
It is. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like this tastes like high quality Hamastron tobacco. If if you take the time to smoke different leaves from different regions, smoke little fumas, you'll pick up on things.
Yeah.
You know.
Like some of the earlier Camachos of 15 years ago had some Honduran in them. They were pretty good.
Well, and to this day, a lot of cigars have Honduran leaf, and a lot of the time they just don't even tell you.
Yeah, it's filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they'll use it as filler, but there's nothing to be gained on the marketing side. But you do see more and more where it'll say like Honduran from the Hamastron Valley, right?
Yeah.
Like they are starting to brag a little bit, but they've been using it for decades in cigars. It's just it doesn't make it onto the marketing materials because it's like it's not bragging rights.
Right.
You know?
It really is.
So they'll be like, this has got this, amazing Mexican San Andres wrapper and some other filler stuff, But I think it does add a complex flavor mellowness to a lot of cigars, which you want. So I think it's time for our second break. When we come back,
Yeah, I'm almost out of cigar here.
we'll do our cigar news of the week. Keep your dial locked into Burnline Podcast. Now here's cigar news of the week with Angel Solorio.
All right. CLE is shipping their 3 cigars that they made exclusively for PCA. I think we talked about it before. So they're finally hitting the shelves. CLE has some pretty good stuff. And let's not forget CLE's 3. Sorry, I can't do 3. 3 brands. Holding a cigar.
Yeah, so you got
Asylum.
CLE,
CLE.
and Aroa,
Yeah.
and
That other one.
Aladino.
Yeah. But they're only doing the...
But those 3 have PCA
Exclusive.
editions.
Yeah, they're both 6x50. So, speaking of this, the Asylum is a 6x52 Habano from Honduras.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. The CLE is a 6x. They're all three of them are 6x52 Cameroon, and then the Aroa is Mexican.
Wow, that's a nice little trifecta.
So
do you have to buy them individually, or do they have a 3-pack? That would be
no,
awesome.
you can buy them individually, but I think a 3-pack would have been smart.
That would have been really cool.
So they're all $20, 1946, but 20. Let's just round it up. So 20 a stick, but 6x52. That's a lot of tobacco too.
It's steep, but remember, it goes to PCA.
Yeah,
Right? They're getting money to fund our defense against the dark arts. So
yeah. Which, by the way, if you guys are following that individually, as much as I'd like to cover it here, it's just a lot going on and it's a lot of info. That FDA fight is still going on. The FDA is losing, but they're not giving up. It's so dumb. God, like you guys,
like, come on, Trump. Of all the things that you could do while you're in office, why don't you fucking put this jerk on a leash?
Yeah.
You know, like, how are we so dumb that we're still confusing premium cigars with like fucking vape products and shit?
This is what this specific fight is 8 years in the making.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
And it's like the FDA literally has lost every decision, but for some reason we're still extending it.
Well, they're making life difficult for themselves because if they would go ahead and recognize the dramatic difference in everything, consumption patterns, demographic, between premium cigars and fucking gas station cigars and cigarettes and stuff, if they would just do that, everything's good. It all works out.
Yeah.
But because you can't do that, now we're fighting against everything.
Yeah.
Because you lumped them together. Now it's like, fine, don't regulate my cigarettes either. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is kind of shitty because that's how they're seeing it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
they're both fighting together because you made them fight together.
Exactly. Exactly. If you just had the intelligence to deal with facts, right? This is different. This is not
completely
fucking like white Russian flavored white owl, from the gas station.
Right.
This is a premium cigar. It's a different product. And by the way, nobody's buying even a 950. We're talking about this is affordable.
Yeah.
Fucking 950. No one's buying this to hollow it out and shove bud up in there.
Or some kids like, let me drop $15.
Yeah, let me go ahead. Yeah, smoke this behind the school. We'll be really cool. Come on,
like they literally abandoned cigarettes for vapes.
Anyway.
So it's like, yep. I mean, that was the original push. Like, let's get cigarettes away from kids. But it's like, they abandoned that now already.
Even the FDA, they did over 100,000 age tests across the country. 4 misses.
Right.
That is statistically 0.
Right. 4 out of 100,000 age tests on premium cigar purchases.
Yeah.
4 out of 100,000. That's nothing. So.
Kids don't come in here.
Yeah.
All right. Next. All right. So, remember we did the Thunder Smoke?
Yes.
Great fucking stick.
This is a great stick.
All right. CAO is adding the next Arcana series. So, collaborating with Peter Stockby. I don't know how to pronounce it. Stockby. I thought it was more German-esque, like Stockby.
Isn't it Dutch? It's not German.
Yeah.
Is it Dutch?
That's Dutch.
Yeah. Close enough, bloody Dutch.
The bloody Dutch.
So,
He's a nice guy.
yeah, he is a nice guy. So, the Arcana series will be using some pipe tobacco from his collection.
Okay.
So, it'll be cool. What was that pipe?
The Caldwell.
The Caldwell. That's
Christmas Star or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, we smoked that.
That was good. So, I was like,
good.
ooh, this is going to be
Perhaps
cool.
coming soon to a tobacco series.
Perhaps. Soon. I have one of those in my humidor where I save cigars.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. So, they're going to be doing that, They're going to be using American Broadleaf wrappers, so that's either Connecticut or Pennsylvania. Not sure. So we'll see. So that's broad, or like literally broad, like, over Nicaraguan binder, and then Dominican Andullo tobacco, which is part of their pipe tobacco, and Siberian Latakia.
Okay.
So that's from Cyprus, then. I don't...
Yeah, so that's a lot of pipe tobacco. They've got 2 different leaves in there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. Have you had Cyprus tobacco? I don't think I have.
Latakia is a very distinctive flavor.
Latakia? Yes.
It's
I
strong.
definitely have that.
I've had Latakia. I don't know about Cyprus, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall intentionally smoking anything from Cyprus.
And ready for this one? And a hint of Honduran filler.
Okay.
So there we go.
Yeah.
shipping to Honduras. See, I told you it's going to sneak up on the market.
It's going to sneak up. It's going to sneak up.
You gotta think that's Pennsylvania broadleaf. If it was Connecticut, they would be advertising it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
So, but
or
it's
actually, it could be transplanted broadleaf.
maybe.
You know?
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to say anything about the Connecticut Broadleaf Rosado on this, except they do grow it in some other countries.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
So the name of the stick is going to be the CAO Stoke, STOKK. Going to be a 6.5 by 52 Bellicoso, made by STG and Esteli.
Okay.
So, by the way, I think this is a great purchase. $13.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price.
So,
that's your new like break point for cheap versus not.
Yeah, it's affordable, but here's the shitty kicker: limited to 3,500 boxes of 20.
Okay, so we'll try to get our hands on some for the show.
Mm-hmm.
That is not very many though.
No, it is,
3,500
dude.
boxes.
That is super limited.
Yeah.
But not gonna lie, for a super limited, that is a great price point. Because normally, I mean, they could easily charge $20 a stick for that.
But the Thunder Smoke was limited too.
Yeah.
I think that was 3,000 boxes, 3,500 boxes. I think so.
Yeah, and it's what, $12, 14?
Yeah, the challenge with the Thunder Smoke was it was really good. It was a finalist for our Cigar of the Year.
Yeah.
And it was like going on safari. I remember that with all the African tobaccos and everything. It was a great experience. And the challenge was, you got to want to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a CAO, and they're hit or miss with customers.
Mm-hmm.
But then the folks that did try it, especially after the podcast, like, oh, I want a box of these. Nope, there is no box. Like
There's
your local tobacconist's got one box,
And that's it?
and that's it.
Yeah.
So we might see something similar, but this sounds like a much tougher smoke. Because I think pipe tobacco is even much more in the realm, and Latakia is in the
Latakia
realm.
is strong.
Yeah, it's in the realm of either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This would be interesting.
Yeah. And then, all right, this is why I mentioned my tip of the week. So Foundations is releasing their Premier Fabrica 1810, which is only available at Foundations events.
Okay.
So, it's a box of 3. Can't purchase it. The rep has to give it to you. But that's
Okay.
crazy for him to give you a box of 3.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's going to be like, hey, you have to purchase, a certain amount.
Yeah,
of
you
that.
probably have to purchase a box. Get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So-
already deep into the collateral issue of AJ's Fire
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with their product.
Yeah.
Oof. I know. I was wondering when that was going to
Yeah.
hit.
About
Yeah.
a month ago it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 5 3/4 by 60 box press Perfecto. It is a gorgeous looking cigar in this like coffin box for 3.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, a Brazilian mata fina, and undisclosed filler.
Interesting.
So
Undisclosed.
Honduran, yeah, that's right. So
No doubt. No
Funny to
doubt.
pronounce Honduran.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's kind of it's to homage to the first. I'm guessing, I don't know, but the first cigar manufacturing company in the U.S. in 1810 by Raswell and Samuel Vietz in Suffield, Connecticut. So that'd be crazy. All right, this one's for you. I'm sure you're already on top of it. You probably get an email or a phone call. Prometheus is going to be shipping the new God of Fire, Never Back Down, the Toro Extra 54. So it's a 6 1/4 by 54, made of obviously all Dominican from the Chateau. 53, so 54 bucks. But obviously, if you can get it secondhand, it's gonna be crazy expensive. But
Yeah.
I know that's something for you to look.
Yes, that's something for my collection. And we have got some opportunities for cigars to come down the pike
Yeah.
for you. So, here's some stuff that I have in the humidor for us to smoke, if I can find it. Let's see.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna do my last piece that's important.
Okay.
That hits all of the cigar world. I hate to drop it on the downer, finish on the downer, but it is important. So, Heinrich Williger, which is the president of Williger, unfortunately died on Friday at 95.
Okay.
So
Well, the like he wasn't involved in the business much, which is good. But our thoughts and prayers with the family, and he had a good life.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, clearly. So, he joined in 1950, man. That's crazy. That is a long fucking time.
Something about the cigar gods, they all live into their 90s.
Yes, it is. It's true, yeah.
So, is that something we can, as a fact that we can show the FDA that cigars don't fucking shorten your lifespan?
Well, so multi-factor analysis of variance is a little more complicated than that, but especially in longitudinal studies.
Right.
This is not a math
Stop
test. So,
They do reduce stress.
for all of the audience out there, guess which one of us went to MIT? All right. So here's what's in my humidor. I've got the Oz Family Caratoba. So that's the new Oz Family cigar. That could come your way, and you know what? Drop us a line, burnlinepodcast@gmail.com. Tell us what you want us to smoke. What else have I got? The El Galan Reserva Especial Maduro Obesos.
Ooh.
By the way, I got that one for you. I think it's a 6x60.
All right.
It's a big boy.
I would imagine with that name.
I have also got the Room 101 15th anniversary.
Yeah.
So, all three of those
Nice.
are in the humidor, and I've also got.
Speaking of which, while he's looking that up, I guess that's some insider information. Not insider, but information we talk about. Since the AJ fire did happen, it didn't destroy like everything, but it destroyed a good bit that was in there.
It was a packaging facility, primarily. The downside was part of the packaging facility is you're also right next to the aging room where cigars sit right before they get packaged.
Yeah.
And a lot of what was in the aging room stuff was foundation cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Melillo sent out a email notice to the world about all the details. He wasn't specific about what was in it, but I'm seeing holes in the requests, so it's going to be a tough time for them to do events for the next couple of months because I think their stock's going to be a bit low.
Yeah.
And the last cigar that I got in the humidor for us, the Espinosa Knuckle Sandwich Chef Special 2025 Limited Edition.
The Guy Fieri.
The Guy Fieri cigar, Toro Grande, 6x55.
Okay.
I did smoke one already. Good cigar, strong.
Does it taste like burgers? And
it tastes like a fucking giant cheeseburger. Bacon cheeseburger. No, but so I've got those four queued up for us. So why don't you let us know what you want us to smoke on Burnline Podcast? We'll make this your show. But some exciting stuff coming down the pike. So time to rank this cigar. We are smoking the new My Father Blue. We're smoking the Soft Box Press Robusto 5 1/4 by 52. And anything that you want to say about the flavors before we go ahead and rank this cigar?
so far, it's all the same. Like you said, didn't really change much. Just a couple things dropped in and out.
Yeah,
but not like a
was,
complex.
It wasn't complex. It wasn't a flavor changer, but it was so nuanced, and there were so many flavors. I put it as mid-complex.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little hard to peg. Strength, I've got 5.5.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
With mid-body on the
Yeah.
side.
Yep.
And primary notes, some nuts, some cedar,
Yep.
some sweet hay, sweet grass, a little bit of, you said there was a little butter and cream in there.
Yeah.
Little touch of, like on the first half inch, some like espresso.
Yeah, espresso.
Some notes of cocoa in there occasionally.
A little earthy.
Little earthy. This really interesting, like vegetable spice.
Yeah.
A
Lot going on.
lot going on. Yeah, very enjoyable, and one of those cigars that you want to pay attention to
Yeah.
for the flavors. And let's start with presentation.
So My Father.
I don't
My
have a
Father,
reason
that's
to not give it a 10.
Yeah. I don't either.
I mean, it's just they have professional graphic designers.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that classic look that is so hard to pull off
Yeah.
for newcomers. The color palette works perfectly. I'm just at a 10. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell it's My Father.
Okay. Yeah, it does fit into their portfolio perfectly.
Yeah, it does.
And then you can't confuse it with other My Fathers, but you can
Right.
instantly tell it's a My Father.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Because most of My Fathers are pink.
Yeah. So that brings us to construction. The only drawback, I've got kind of two marks off on this cigar. One is it's a little too loosely packed, which also makes it burn a little too warm. And then both of us had some not spectacular issues, but still issues with our wrapper. So you can see...
Yeah, I think mine was a little bit more dull blade related, though. But yes, I agree.
But you had that one spot
yeah.
that was maybe repaired or whatever. This is just from heating up and probably heating up too fast because it's a little too loosely packed. So you can see where I clipped it. I couldn't clip off less than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not much shoulder. I agree with that.
So it's not like I opened the cigar up too much or cut past the shoulder. And it's just a little too loosely packed. And you can tell if you squeeze it, right? So I've got an 8 for construction.
I agree with that.
But overall, great even burn. We touched ours up a little bit because we were talking, but that's the only reason why. Burned evenly, great smoke output, consistent smoke output. So just a little mark off for being a little too loosely packed. And then both of us had some minor quibbles with the wrapper. All right, so priced at $9.50. And of course, we're talking about value. That's the MSRP, $9.48 technically. Don't know where those extra 2 cents go.
Yeah.
But,
it's the tariffs.
It's the tariffs. So, I mean, I've got like an 8 for price. It's just a really good value.
8, 9. I can't complain in today's economy.
Yeah.
And with the tariffs.
Price great. All right, we'll do an 8 on that and just save that half point for later. All right, so flavor.
Oof, 10.
10 for flavor?
Go 11.
I don't disagree, man. There's nothing to not like about this flavor.
All right, let's go 11.
I can't think of any.
It's our show. Fuck you guys.
But, it might not be in your palate, right? But I can't think of a lot of folks that are going to complain about this flavor profile.
Right.
For some folks, well, it's not strong enough. For some, well, it's a little too on the earthy side. I don't think anyone's going to say it's too strong. Maybe if they're just starting out. But it's great flavor. There's lots of flavors.
All right, here's a good question for that then. In the last 10 cigars that you have smoked, the last 10, tell me you smoked something like this, like nuanced, different, complex, in flavor.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a humidor full of special cigars.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count.
But I'm just saying in the last 10 cigars you've smoked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I had like 5 of them this weekend.
Yeah.
But I also have a humidor full of nice, expensive, curated cigars, so it doesn't count. But like on the show, I mean, this is among the best of the year. So, I think 10 for flavor is fair.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a great flavor. Now, that earthy, grassy kind of thing going on. Now, it's more like dry grass, like hay. But, that's not in everybody's wheelhouse. But, man, it's just a great flavor.
As an unintentionally flavored cigar compared to the Wildcat, this is really fucking good.
I think the Wildcat would have been if they didn't wreck it.
Right. Dude, that was so much potential.
I think it detracted, yeah. I really do. So that brings us to experience. What's cool about this is you can do a lot with this cigar. I'm not sure that I would walk the dog or go fishing with it. It's a little too nice for that. But it's at a price point where I can grill out, smoke it on the back porch.
Oh, yeah, you can do so much.
Take it to the golf course. It's
I don't
light
think I
enough.
would, though.
I can do a little exercise. Well, that's the drawback. For me, the drawback of the experience is this is a cigar I want to savor, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you go to Florida and you bring back Joe's stone crabs. You're not just like, hey guys, I'm just going to like crack this crab open while I'm mowing the lawn. Right? You could, but you wouldn't.
Right.
So I think the experience is a little limited just because it's a delicious cigar that you want to like smoke in the lounge, preferably with fellowship and dudes that appreciate a fine cigar and can smoke it with you. I think it's a great experience, that way. But all of that to say, I'm really struggling to give it lower than an 8.
Yeah.
An experience.
Yeah, if you're like a real like.
Because it's really broad use, and the truth is, this is so beautiful and such a nice cigar. You could gift this cigar.
Yeah.
Right. This might not be a congratulations on making CEOs gift, but you can literally give something like for marriage. You could give this cigar. It looks beautiful.
Or congrats on your promo or something.
Yeah, like it looks pretty enough, and it's a delicious steak on top of that.
You know how you could celebrate this with this? Hey, I woke up. I'm gonna smoke this.
Yes.
Let me celebrate waking up.
Yeah. That brings the final score to the new My Father Blue to 46.
Nice. Holy shit.
One of the highest scoring cigars we've ever
Wait,
smoked.
did we score at 11 though?
No, we didn't. But it's just, there's not much to knock on this cigar.
Right.
And they brought it in at a price point where it's like, just fucking smoke it, dude.
Yeah.
Just fucking smoke
You'll
it.
be really surprised. You're like, holy shit, this is Honduran.
And it's affordable enough to buy it by the box,
You could give this to somebody and be like, here, tell me what this is. They wouldn't tell you it's Honduran.
I don't know. In my experience, there's not a lot of folks that can taste regional flavors.
Mm-hmm.
For those that can, I will tell you this tastes 1,000% like Hamastron tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
It just does, right? I think Tom, if he did a blindfolded taste test, he'd be like, that's 100.
Yeah.
But for your average Joe that can't tell those flavors,
Yeah.
sure, because you smoke it and you're like, oh, this tastes special. This is like complex, it's nuanced, it's delicious. And then they're going to guess, oh, Dominican Republic, is it a Davidoff? Just because that's how cigar marketing works, right? But I do think for folks, that have tasted individual region leaves and know what they taste like, yeah, this is a Honduran cigar through and through, man. It's got all, and it's funny because I put together these notes on the region and the flavor profile of Honduran tobacco, and like even Grok is like, Honduran cigars are known for cedar nuts, grass, cream, cocoa, earthy, smooth, and I'm like, damn, you nailed it.
Grok smokes Honduran.
So apparently, Grok smokes the new My Father Blue.
Yeah.
I like to ask ChatGPT the best way to phrase a question to Grok to get the answer I'm looking for. I'm pitting them against each other.
Yeah.
And that is going to do it on this episode of Burnline Podcast. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you again next week.